think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
Hey, Froggy.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. It is early morning. We got a few things we want to go over here. We had Trump's address to the nation on national security or the border and the crisis that's going on down there. Interesting, to say the least. All right, folks, and today we're going to expect, they're supposed to be meeting up, try to come to some kind of agreement, all right? That's what Trump basically put out. I wanted to break down a few things about that and actually some facts, and there's a good website here, borderfacts.com. I'll bring this up. Again, make sure you're subscribed. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome all new bees. Those of you that have been here, welcome back. Again, make sure you're subscribed. YouTube is at a full-time pushing down on the truth. Channels like this, it's just the more that you can give it a thumbs up, share it while you can across your social media platforms, the better we're all gonna be. Okay, so this website, you can go to it, secure the border. It's just borderfacts.com. You got all these quotes that come up. It changes throughout all the Hillary, Obama, Schumer, and gives you some actual fact statements that they have said in the past. But we just want to get down here to these facts, all right? In the four customs and border protection sectors where physical barriers have been expanded, worked upon, and just fixed, all right? El Paso, Yuma, Tucson, San Diego. Illegal traffic, whether that's people, contraband, whatever, has dropped at least by 90%. That's huge. That's worth it. We know that those areas work. Somebody's coming that way and they see all that, they're just going to move and end up shifting and go to places where it's not. Seems to be a fact there, all right? So fact number 2, in the fiscal year 2018, U.S. Border Patrol seized or helped seize 282,000 pounds of cocaine, 248,000 pounds of methamphetamine, 6,500 pounds of heroin, and 2,400 pounds of fentanyl. This stuff destroys neighborhoods, folks. Lives, communities, families. Fact number 3, in 2018, over 17,000 adults arrested at the border had criminal prior records from their home countries or here. This included over 6,000 gang members. A major number of those members were MS-13. Fact number 4, the Democrats would rather risk the safety of hardworking Americans than work with President Trump to secure our nation's borders. But in 2013, all 54 Senate Democrats, including Chuck Schumer, voted to pass legislation that provided $46 billion to build a physical barrier on the border. Fact number 5, Nancy Pelosi and her hyper-liberal congressional colleagues just passed a bill to give $54 billion to foreign governments. But Democrats won't allow just $5 billion of that, or $5 billion, to secure our border and to protect American citizens that they took an oath to protect. See, folks, they've been there. Nothing's been done. Now, you're going to hear numbers like, well, last year the amount of people coming was the least it's been in 40 years. Do we need a wall? I mean, we don't have a wall or a solid barrier, whatever you want to call it. And you could even look in the past to these people screaming and arguing, and you could look at Clinton and Obama and Schumer and Pelosi and Clinton, and they've all said similar things in the past, but nothing's been done. And now that Trump's making a big stink about it, they're acting like, well, we're here too, and we're going to do something. And they're saying all these same things. They've never built a wall. They just use these words to encourage you, and it makes it sound good. It is just unbelievable that they won't budge an inch, or they won't even move in the direction of trying to secure this country. They've had every chance in the past, and nothing's been done. And they're acting like numbers last year are low enough that they keep going back to just last year under Trump, while they've been kind of working on the wall already, repairing areas, that numbers are down. Do we really need the numbers are down last year? We're at the end of a 45, 50 year. Why do we have 20 million illegals in the country then? Supposedly, I don't even know how they know that number, but we get this 20 million, 15 million, 25 million. Nobody really knows the number, but we know that there's, so that's the result of 40 or 50 years. This isn't going off last year, looking at this year. This is looking back 50 years, and that a barrier, a fence will stop what has just happened in 50 years, if that's how far we want to go back and look at it. So it's don't get into the false reality of, oh, just last year numbers, and if you look at the year before, we're going to have to look back at everything. If it wouldn't be an issue if we didn't have 20 million. That's just one facet of it, by the way, not to include the drugs that have destroyed, killed, the human trafficking. This is just on the people coming in. So if this wall, if a barrier can save one American life, it should be worth it. These people should be screaming for that. Schumer and Pelosi got up there and took it to veterans, government paychecks. They didn't address Trump's, well, why do you have fences and barriers and locks on your door? They ignored that. They act like that doesn't even make sense when it comes to my safety in my home. But it's just real guysy, folks. And you should be able to see through this by now. Fact 6, America's weak asylum laws allow illegal immigrants with baseless claims to come and stay in the United States while awaiting legal proceedings. So they know this. A wall is a symbol. I mean, we all do it, folks. If you have kids and you feel that they're threatened, you've seen it. A mom will step in front to create a barrier between her and the kid. Two parents will come together and create almost a fence, a barrier with their bodies. A wall is a symbol to other countries that you're not to come in that way. You got to come in the legal way. It means more than just a physical thing that everyone's going to keep walking up to and staring at it like, oh, no, we can't get over it. Let's carry ladders with us. They have all these weird things. The Democrat, well, who's going to be on there when they bring ladders? So now they're cutting through the desert, trekking, and 5 guys are holding a 60-foot ladder. I mean, come on. It's just ridiculous. And if it can save one, I don't understand why this country wouldn't get it built and then go off the facts that it's not working. We need to remove it. It doesn't hurt anybody. The things that the Democrats are vying for not to do it does hurt people. Us, the people that are getting trafficked. There's just no real answer to say why. If it can save 1 or 2, stop a few people from coming over, stop a couple of drugs from getting in, it's worth it. It's a fraction of our budget. They're willing to give $45 billion over to foreign aid, $54 billion. Can we just give maybe $49 billion to foreign aid and keep 5 back for our wall? No, that's not right. That's what's Fact 7, the abuse of our weak asylum laws has rapidly increased the backlog of our immigration courts in the fiscal year 2018. These cases, court cases, are backlogged more than 786,000, folks. Demand border security now, dear Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. As an American citizen, I'm demanding that you finally put me above illegal immigrants and build the wall. Our security is not a political game, and I'm tired of your petty obstruction. The safety of my family, my community, and my country is at stake. I'm standing with President Trump to secure our border and demanding that you do the same for the sake of our country. Sincerely, a fed-up American citizen. That says it pretty good. All right, so to jump in to Trump, full transcripts, word for word, all right? Hear Trump, my fellow Americans. I'm speaking, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but there is a growing humanitarian and security crisis at our southern border. It's been growing. It's been going on forever. And these same people that are there trying to tell you today that they're going, oh, all right, well, finally, yeah. They have not cared. Otherwise, it would be taken care of by now. All the things that we don't need a wall. We just need to upgrade a bunch, get a drones and some more people. And they could have been doing that. So to hear them do it, talk about it today, yesterday, So you hear Trump. I would ask, imagine if your child, husband, wife, if their lives were shattered because your life was shattered because somebody happened to them over this crisis. To every member of Congress, he wants to urge to pass a bill that ends the crisis. To every citizen, call Congress and tell them to finally, after all these decades, secure our border. The choice is between right and wrong, justice and injustice. This is about whether we fulfill our sacred duty to American citizens we serve. When I took the oath of office, I swore to protect our country, and that is what I will always do. So help me God. So now you get into these two bumbling idiots afterwards, looking like complete MK Ultra mind-controlled sheep, robotic, and they don't hit on any of that. They don't talk about the oath that they took. They don't talk about American citizens. They don't say any words like that. He keeps saying, my fellow Americans, Chuck Schumer, my fellow Americans, about the only thing he can say. He doesn't say anything about, I took an oath, you guys, he keeps it about the world and these people. Poor them, but never poor people here. My wife got killed by, people get killed every day by other people in this country. That's not an argument. It might be true, but we're in the situation that we have laws and we have to take care of our own criminals here. When people do bad things, we house them. We're not about housing the bad people around the world. That is the opposite of what we want. Have we moved away from wanting the best people around the world? Oh, fine, if that's where we're moving to. But we definitely don't want to call out and put signs up. We take criminals. Come on in. When you do a crime here, we'll arrest you and throw you in the cells. That doesn't make sense. We like to put water on a fire, not gas. All right. So if we have our own crimes here in, homegrown terrorism, the white man, whatever you want to say, fine. But that is an excuse when somebody says, we don't need this coming. We already have that here. Exactly. And we're trying to stop that here. We're not going to allow more of it to come here. It's not a... And then this guy, the symbol of America should be. So he wants to tell us what the symbol of America should be. So a border wall is a symbol as well. All right. And it's not so much to be frightening, and you're not going to have a bunch of people still walking through the desert and coming to the other side of this huge wall and be like, ugh. And that's supposed to already let them know well before they start their trek, like, don't do it. This is a symbol of don't cross, don't come this way, come the legal way, come to the openings, go through the system. So he wants to use the Statue of Liberty, which was given to us by we know how the story is, all right? The Statue of Liberty, great. To be our symbol and to put that in front of rules and the oath and the people you're supposed to protect here, it doesn't cut it, Chuck. The symbol of America should be the Statue of Liberty, not a 30-foot wall. So our suggestion is a simple one, Mr. President. Reopen the government, and we can work on to resolve. No, because this is exactly what they wanted. I figured it out. They will not budge. They want this to, of course they got into say, now we can blame Trump for the shutdown, and they're going to keep a shutdown going. Otherwise, it's just back to business as usual. Open back up. Then we won't give you an inch, and we'll be in no different position, just like they have been for the last 50 years. They want to get back to playing games. They want business as usual. Government's operating. We're not going to give you nothing. We're going to go this way and that way. It'll never get passed because we already know that. So look at that. A lot of people might have been a little. I thought Trump would talk longer. It was short and weak. No, he said all the right words. Again, American people, citizens, oath, protect them, security. And you have Schumer and Pelosi. We'll do this, we'll do that, work paychecks, and it's all, where were they crying when this country was in shambles under Obama and the paychecks of people that were not working? And then after so long, a lot of them were on unemployment, on extensions. They cut off all the extensions. And then they wrote, well, we'll just consider those people that they went back to work. Even though they know damn well they didn't. They moved numbers around, changed things. And then Obama could come on TV and be like, unemployment's down by this amount. We're coming upwards now. Because they literally changed paperwork. That's the kind of stuff they do. I got a little pen and paper and write something, make it law, and then you can come out and talk about it, and it looks great. Knowing that the damn situation was the exact same before you changed some paperwork. It's just now you can talk about it differently. It is a guise to the fullest, folks. So we're going to see today, after nothing moves forward, what happens. Is Trump going to declare it we've done this with the drugs in this country, folks. They decided we're going to call it a war on drugs, and you get extra funding. You build whole agencies get developed, and the budget goes up every year. We've been in a war on drugs for 50 years, but yet this crap's flowing in at an all-time high. You have the head of the DEA a year or two ago on TV. Drugs are flowing in more than ever. Drugs are more deadly than ever in this country. Drugs are more dangerous in this country than they ever have been. What is the war doing then in the last 50 years other than taking tax dollars in to keep you guys living and having a nice life and getting your paychecks? It's like they're worse off than it was when you started. But yet we're going to keep going with this game. Same with the border. Just get the wall built. Then we can look at numbers. And I think that's what scares them the most. If the wall is going to get built, damn it, they don't want it to be on Trump's watch. They want to have something. If we let him do this and it works out real well, we're really screwed. We have to build this wall. Think about how sick that is. They've had all the time in the world to do it. No matter what side of the fence you're on, Republican, Democrat, nobody's done it. It's just been a lot of talk. You got somebody actually trying to do it. And then you got half this country against it because they have fooled you into believing that it's bad and it's going to cost you a lot of money. It is the craziest guys I've ever seen. And people are kind of falling for it. You guys are waking up to it. So again, today we will keep an eye out. I don't know what time this meeting's supposed to take place. Will they show up? Will they sit down even? Or do they just like to keep talking on the TV about how they want to fix it, but then they're not going to show up and they don't do anything because they're not going to budge an inch for America. Trump's not asking for $5 billion for his pocket. It's to build a physical structure that we can touch, see. It's not a bunch of money for paperwork either, like a lot of things happened in the past. Like, we're going to sign this and it's going to cost us much money and you'll never see the money. You don't know where it goes. It's a tangible thing that will be here long after he's gone and long after a lot of us are gone. All right, I'm going to shut this one down. 20 minutes, 18, 19 minutes in. So again, I'm Mike. This is Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed. Make sure you're subscribed. More episodes coming throughout the day today, so keep an eye out. Got a few other articles I'm going to go over, but I'll shut this down and make those separate. So again, God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update video.